Expect YouTube ads to get even worse. You're not surprised at all by me saying that, right? Or at least you shouldn't be. From Dexerto, Google-owned YouTube has been upping its ad game for years now, introducing pause screen ads, shutting down ad blockers, and even using AI to show ads when viewers are most engaged. How lovely. Now the video platform is once again finding another way to implement advertisements by beta testing 30-second non-skippable ads in regular campaigns. In other words, YouTube is giving advertisers yet another method to show you commercials. Again, how lovely. This test is already being well received, with Anthony Higman, the CEO of AdSquire, claiming that users will probably watch 30-second ads. I don't know what fucking planet this dude is on. I mean, he's the CEO of an advertisement company, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised by him saying something like this. But at the same time, how fucking detached are you from normal, everyday people that you think most of them will sit and watch with their full attention an advertisement of any length? I try to keep my life as ad-free as possible, but in the instance I am watching something and then I'm hit with an advertisement break, first I groan, either internally or I literally go like, ugh. And then I either look at my phone or go get some food or use the bathroom or distract myself in some kind of way until whatever I'm watching is back on. And that's the experience with pretty much everyone else I've ever watched TV with. Friends, family, the second those commercials go on, they are right away on their phones, and this unskippable 30-second ad format is going to initially roll out on the TV app. So it's going to, holy shit, be exactly like what you were already used to on cable. Unskippable ad breaks in between what you're watching on TV. Yes, it is exactly like what I was already used to on cable, and ad breaks are exactly why I ditched cable years ago, even long before we finally got rid of all the cable boxes in the house. What a depressing full circle moment. I remember when content hosting sites like YouTube were the new kids on the block. Come to our sites. You'll get unfiltered content you'll never find on cable, made by regular people just like you that you'll also never see on cable. And you'll also not get those pesky ad breaks you hate oh so much like you do on cable. We went from that to sites like YouTube trying to emulate the format that people on the internet initially sought to get away from. But this is only going to be on the TV app, probably the least popular way to watch YouTube anyway, so who really cares about this? If you really think this ad format won't also come to the desktop site and the mobile app, you live in a completely different version of reality. Every single time YouTube rolls out a change that no one likes, that is initially an option, or they're saying it's just something they're testing out on a select few users, they eventually make said change mandatory for all users and don't give a single shit about public outcry. What makes you think it'll be so different in this instance? But what's frustrating above all else is YouTube has no set of standards when it comes to what advertisements are shown on this site. If the only ads on YouTube were like McDonald's ads or Walmart ads or health insurance ads or anything of the sort, I mean, they would still be irksome because advertisements in general are irksome, but ads like those are normal and par for the course, and I would probably have like 0.1% more tolerance for this. But no, a lot of the ads on this site is shit that's just blatant scams, or hell, I've even seen plenty of instances where people get ads on this site that is just blatant fucking porn. I had to unsubscribe from the YouTube subreddit because there would be so many instances where I'd be scrolling on Reddit in public, and then I would come across a post from the YouTube sub on my feed of someone showing off an ad they got on YouTube, and it's usually something like, a woman so barely clothed she may as well be fucking naked, dancing around. Now hey, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't mind seeing something like that, but in public where anyone could walk by and see what I'm looking at on my phone, yeah, no thank you. But when your moderation for what advertisements are allowed on this site is either non-existent or so loose that it allows for content that is otherwise not allowed on regular videos posted onto this site, do you really blame people for wanting to install an ad blocker extension? Now obviously, if this site's ads only comprised of regular ads you would see on normal TV, there would still be a significant percentage of people on this site using an ad blocker extension. But I'm sure there still was a number of people on this site who did put up with the ads until they started getting fed blatant scams or porn, and then they're like, you know what, I can't put up with this shit anymore, I'm installing an ad blocker. You fight tooth and nail against ad blocker extensions, even to the point of throttling videos users with ad blockers installed are trying to watch, yet don't have a single care about what kind of ads are being shown to your users. And here's what gets me the most over all of these sites being so shocked and miffed that internet users would want to use adblock. Maybe it's because so many websites here on the internet are damn near unusable when you don't have an ad blocker installed. I watched a Penguin Zero video the other night about this very subject and used the Daily Mail as an example. Without an ad blocker, you are inundated with banner ads, pop-up ads, ads on the side, that almost completely obscure the article you're trying to read. Not like you'd be missing out on anything worthwhile anyway, because no one with even an ounce of common sense should be reading the Daily Mail anyway. But a lot of sites on the internet are exactly like this. They shove as many ads as possible in your face, obscuring what you came to the site for in the fucking first place, and it's like, why put up with that when you could just install an ad blocker that provides you with a much better, cleaner, and safer experience, because who the fuck knows where some of these ads lead you to. I understand, if a site wants to remain free, it needs ads to sustain itself, but there really should be a healthy balance between sustaining your site with ads and providing the user visiting your site with a pleasant, smooth experience. But a lot of sites can't seem to strike that balance, so no shit, a lot of people turn to ad blocker extensions. People don't just use ad blockers because advertisements are annoying. Yes, of course, that's still a component, but these extensions are literally the only thing that makes a lot of sites on the internet at least halfway usable. And people don't want to be served ads that promote blatant scams or is just straight up porn. And no, YouTube, a lot of people are not going to run to and pay for YouTube Premium, and even that's not entirely a solution these days. There's now a Premium Lite option that only reduces the amount of ads you get on this site, but doesn't entirely eliminate them. Yes, pay a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate like Google so you can receive only slightly less ads than you did before. Maybe have some kind of fucking standards over what kind of ads are shown to your users on this site, and maybe there wouldn't be as much of an incentive to use ad block extensions when using YouTube. But greedy corporation is gonna greedy corporation. It doesn't matter what kind of ads are being served to our users on our site, so long as those ads bring us money. Yeah, capitalism is so wonderful. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.